Oh, wonderful family. Another beautiful opportunity to share the word with you. God bless you. Today I'm going to be reading from the book of Mark, chapter 3, from the Jonathan Mitchell New Testament Bible. It digs deep. So join me. I read from verse 1. So once again he entered into a synagogue. Some renditions say the synagogue. And there was a man there with a continuing condition of having a hand that had been dried up and remained being withered and shriveled. So this hand basically, if you think about it in medical parlance, most likely had gotten denervated. It could have been this way from either an accident or from disease like leprosy, or an accident that cuts the nerves that supply the hand. Now, verse 2, now they, the Pharisees and Herodians of verse 6, began narrowly watching and at the side kept on closely observing him to see if he would proceed tending, attentively, serving, giving treatment to, beginning therapy with, prescribing ongoing treatment for, or curing and healing him on during one of the Sabbaths, so that they could accuse and bring charges against down on him by haranguing speech in a public assembly. In essence, they were setting a trap for him, watching to see if he would heal this man on the Sabbath. In what it means is that they did not doubt that he could heal this man. Their problem was that he was going to heal him on the Sabbath. What a myopic way of thinking. What a parochial way of thinking. Their faith was such that they knew he could heal, but they did not apply it to good things. They were just setting a trap. Then he begins saying to the man having the dried up and withered hand, proceed to rise up into the midst of us. So he continues saying to them, either the entire group or perhaps the Pharisees, on the Sabbaths, is it allowed, permitted to do good, or to create or make something virtuous, to form inner harmonious perfection, to do an admirable act, or to do something harmful or worthless, to make something of bad quality, to do an evil act, to heal, save, restore to health and its original condition, rescue a soul or a breathing being, or to kill. Yet they kept on being silent, remained quiet. Their motives of the heart were just evil. Like I said before, they believed that he could heal this man, but their thoughts were not going towards helping this man. Instead, they wanted Jesus' downfall. Then, glancing around at them with swelling emotions from his natural disposition or with indignation, being increasingly grieved and experiencing pain and sorrow with them at the petrifying of their collective hearts. That is the hardness of their hearts. That is, they had lost that human touch. In essence, he's teaching us lessons here that the paramount thing that should drive us is love. These ones were devoid of love. Also, the covering over of their heart with a hard, thick layer of flesh. He next says to the man, stretch out your hand. So he stretched it out, and his hand was at once restored to its former condition. Hallelujah. That's where I want to stop today. That's where I want to talk about a little bit. Notice that what I said earlier on, when they described the hand, withered and shriveled hand, which I described as being most likely denervated. It didn't have nervous supply. Jesus did not waste any time trying to figure out what nerves supply where and address what is. He just gave a blanket statement. He said he spoke the end result. He said, stretch out your hand. Let me read exactly how he said it again. Stretch out. So he next says to the man, stretch out your hand. So he stretched it out, and his hand was at once restored to its former condition. Just imagine a dry, shriveled hand, and they say, stretch out your hand. Basically, he's saying that you should do the thing that was impossible, that you cannot do. And as this man attempted to do that impossible, the impossible became possible. He didn't say try and stretch it. He said, stretch out your hand. This man could have queried, can't you see that this hand is shriveled? I don't even have feeling in it. How do I even send signals to the hand for the hand to start stretching out? He didn't argue. He just acted as if what Jesus said was something possible, as if it had already happened. And he started doing it. And in so doing, the hand was restored whole as it was before, as the other hand. Actually, it says, so he stretched it out and his hand was at once restored to its former condition. So all the blood vessels that were required to be with the particular patency, particular size, a particular caliber, were restored to pump the same and adequate amount of blood to that hand that it required. The nerves were reinnervated. Everything, the bones, everything came back into the proper condition that they were supposed to be. That tells you that there is nothing, absolutely nothing that this word cannot go and repair. You see, he spoke the end result. He said, stretch out your hand. He didn't say, try. He didn't say, see if you can. He said, stretch out your hand. That is the command. And the command of faith required the action of faith. And this man, even though it was impossible for him to do this, did it. He didn't say, let me try. He just obeyed. What has God told you to do? Obey. Obey. And it will be restored whole as the other. God bless you. Hallelujah.